This is the 1D array question for APCSA year 2010. So it's the cookie order class. So we have a cookie order, and each cookie order has a variety and a number of boxes. We have two getter methods. We got the get variety and a get the number of box method. And we also have a master order, and it's going to be an array list of cookie orders called orders. So we have some constructors, and we got an add an order, and then we're going to put the cookie order. And again, the cookie order is going to have a variety and a number of boxes. So we want to write get total boxes. So what we're going to do is traverse orders, because orders contains all the cookie orders. Then we're going to use the get total boxes and add it to the sum. So in part A, I think there's a picture. So get total boxes. So first thing we're going to do is set up a total or a sum. We're going to traverse orders. I'll do a regular for loop first, and then I'll show you the enhanced for loop. So int I equal to 0. I less than orders.size, I plus plus. So now what we're going to do is you're going to add it to the sum. So your sum plus equals, and you're going to get orders dot get I dot get number of boxes and that's all you need to do, and then you're going to return the sum. Okay, so what would that look like with an enhanced for loop? So you would still have the int sum is equal to 0. On your for loop, your array list is of type cookie orders. So you're going to have cookie order, give it a temporary name. I'm going to call it C. And we're going to go through orders. So if we use the enhanced for loops, we can just call our object C, and we don't have to use the getters. So we would take the sum plus equals, and we're going to do C dot get number of boxes. So using the enhanced for loop definitely helps you not have to write as much. And then part B, going back. So looking back on how it was scored, the first one comes from all the cookies in the cookie order, so we access all elements correctly. The next point comes from, did you create something to accumulate it? And did you invoke get number of boxes? And lastly, you computed the sum. Now this year there was half points, so I can't really tell you exactly how it was scored, but this is pretty close. Over here, so this is for part A. So if we have all these in our thing, and if we call get cookie order, we're going to return 6, 9, 11. Part B wants us to remove a certain amount of cookies. So here it might say we're going to remove chocolate chip. Notice I would remove this one and this one, since they both have chocolate chip, and this is what would be left. Remember, when we are removing things from an array list, you must remove backwards, because each time you add or remove something, all the indices change. So public int remove variety string cookie variable. It also wanted us to know how many boxes that were removed. So the first thing I'm going to do is int num to tell me how many boxes. Currently I've removed none. We're going to traverse the cookie, the orders. So I'm going to traverse our orders, which is our array list of cookie orders, but we're going to go backwards. So for int I equal to orders dot size minus 1. Because remember, the last index is always 1 less. And then you're going to do I has got to be greater than or equal to 0. And then I minus minus. So we're going to pick up a order, a cookie in the orders, and see if it has the same name as the cookie variety. So if orders dot get I dot equals, oh no, yeah, they get the name, dot get variety, and we're going to ask if that variety dot equals what was passed in the cookie variety. If those are equal, then I'm going to go ahead and remove it, but first I'm going to add my cookies to it. So my number is going to be orders.getI. This time .getNum. Is it getNum boxes? I can't remember. I think it's getNum boxes. GetNum boxes. And that adds to that. Now we're going to remove the item. So you're going to go orders.remove. What was at position I? And then lastly, you're going to return the num. All right, so next is looking how this one was scored. And then in part B, it comes 4 points. The first point comes from accessing the cookie orders with no error bounds. Next thing is, do you call the get variety? The next one is, do we remove the correct elements? Do we accumulate to the num? Do we return the num? And there was one more point, which was checking if it was actually equal to the correct cookie variable.